Hello, my beautiful souls. I am a nervous moon. I'm a crone witch, shadow worker, and keeper of the old magic. Come in close. The circle is warm. Step in, breathe deep, and let the ancient wisdom rise within you. There comes a moment in your awakening where everything inside you begins to stretch. Your intuition sharpens, your energy rises, your gifts return with a clarity that feels both ancient and new at the same time. This is expansion, the phase where your inner world or the inner work becomes outer transformation, and the world finally starts responding to the truth that you've embodied. Now, my own expansion began with a dream. I had been in a long session of descent at this point. It was quiet, it was magical, but very heavy with emotion. It felt like I was speaking underwater. But this one night, I had a dream so vivid that it felt like a memory. I was standing in a circle of women. They were ancestors, they were guides, versions of myself that I had never met. I haven't met yet, anyway. And these faces all were glowing like moonlight on water. And then through the circle, someone stepped forward. And as I was clearing my vision, I realized that it was my sister. And not the way that she looked towards the end, but the way that she looked when she was vibrant, when she was laughing, when she was alive. Her eyes were bright. Her energy was so warm. She felt like home. She walked right up to me. She placed her hand over my heart and she said, "You're not lost. You're becoming. And I'm still with you." The moment she spoke, the whole dream shifted. The circle brightened. The air hummed. Something ancient inside me unlocked. I woke up with tears in my face and a clarity that I hadn't felt in months. My intuition had sharpened. My creativity surged. My sensitivity felt like a gift instead of a burden. It was as if her presence, her blessing, turned my inner channels back on again. And that dream was my expansion. The moment I realized that my gifts weren't gone. They were just waiting for me to clear the path back to them. And she was a part of that return. And a reminder that love doesn't disappear. It transforms and it guides, but it never disappears. Now, during the descent, your gifts felt far away. Your intuition was clouded. Your creativity was quiet. Your magic felt like it was sleeping. But in expansion, everything begins to wake up. Your voice, and you notice also synchronicities again. You feel guided again. Your dreams speak in symbols again. Your instincts sharpen. Your sensitivity becomes a strength instead of a burden. This isn't coincidence. This is what happens when you clear what blocks your inner channel. In expansion, your sensitivity deepens, but it no longer overwhelms you. It fills you with energy and more clarity. Okay, you sense the truth more quickly. You read people without even trying. You pick up on these subtle shifts in your environment. And this isn't being too sensitive. It's intuition, intelligence. This is ancestral wisdom through your nervous system. This is your spirit speaking in language that you finally understand. Your sensitivity becomes your compass, your protection, your superpower, if you will. Expansion is also the moment where manifestations become easier. And not because you're trying harder, no, but because you're no longer manifesting through fear. That's the difference. You're aligned, you're clear, you're embodied. Your energy matches your intentions. Your choices matches your truth. Your boundaries, they match your worth. And when your inner world and your outer world matches, life responds. Opportunities appear. People show up. Doors open. And not because you forced anything. but because you finally stopped blocking what was meant for you in the first place. Expansion isn't just spiritual, it's practical. It shows up in your daily life when you speak more boldly, when you choose more intentionally, when you rest without feeling guilty. You create without fear. You trust your timing. You honor your energy. You stop settling. You begin to feel like the most authentic version of yourself. Not the version that was shaped by survival mode, nope, but the version that's shaped by truth. This is a moment where your life starts to reflect your inner transformation. Now, in the next episode, we're going to complete our Ascension series. And we're going to do that by the return, the moment where you bring your wisdom back into the world and step into your role as either a guide, a healer, a teacher, or a light for others. For now, remember though, expansion isn't about becoming bigger. It's about becoming truer. And your truth is finally free to grow. Well, my friends, as the circle closes, carry your awakening with you and your magic. Awaken the soul, honor the craft, walk in your power. As above, so within, as within, so becomes. Blessed be, my beautiful ones.